Imagine a land where the earth itself feels alive, where scorching deserts whisper ancient secrets, mountains touch the heavens, and forests remember the time of dinosaurs. Welcome, fellow explorers, to the hidden heart of Iran, a country of breathtaking natural wonders that most of the world has never truly seen. From the hottest place on the planet, to rainbow-colored islands and staircases carved by hot springs, today we're counting down the top 15 most incredible natural wonders of Iran. These aren't just pretty views. Each one has a story millions of years in the making. Grab your virtual passport, and let's begin our journey through one of the most diverse and awe-inspiring lands on Earth. Starting with number 15, all the way to the undisputed champion at number 1. Stick around till the end. You won't believe what's waiting at the top. (15) Turkmen Sahra, Turkmen Plains, rolling green paradise. Picture endless emerald hills stretching to the horizon, where nomadic horsemen still ride like their ancestors did centuries ago. Turkmen Sahra, in northeastern Iran near the Caspian Sea, feels like a living painting. These vast grasslands and gentle mountains have been home to Turkmen nomads for generations, their colorful tents and legendary horses blending perfectly with the landscape. For thousands of years, this region has been a crossroads of cultures, a place where the wind carries stories of ancient trade routes. Come spring, it explodes in wildflowers that make you feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale. (14) Tehran Mountain Pass, the road through the clouds. Twisting roads carved into misty cliffs, with forests so thick they look like green oceans. Tehran Pass in Gilan province is one of Iran's most dramatic drives. Locals have traveled these hairpin turns for centuries, connecting remote villages through the Alborz Mountains. The fog rolls in like a living creature, and on clear days, the views of the Caspian below will steal your breath. It's nature's ultimate roller coaster, and a reminder that sometimes the journey is the wonder. Jangali Ab, Cloud Forest, Iran's misty wonderland. High in the Alborz Mountains, a forest where clouds literally walk among the trees. Jangali Ab, or Cloud Forest, is a magical pocket of ancient woodland that stays shrouded in mist for much of the year. These trees have stood since long before recorded history, creating a fairy tale realm that feels untouched by time. Hikers say it's like walking through a dream. One minute you're in sunlight, the next you're floating through clouds. Pure magic. 12. Margoon Waterfall, the snake of 1,000 springs. Water doesn't just fall here, it explodes from the heart of a mountain in hundreds of silvery streams. Margoon Waterfall in Fars Province is unique on Earth. No river flows from the top. Instead, thousands of natural springs burst straight out of the cliff face, creating a 70-meter-wide curtain of cascading water that locals call snake-like because of how it winds down the rock. For centuries, this has been a sacred source of life in the Zagros Mountains, a place where nature shows off its wildest creativity. Namakdan Salt Cave, Underground Crystal Palace. Deep beneath Keshm Island lies a glittering cavern longer than 7 kilometers, the longest salt cave in the world. Namakdan's walls sparkle with pure salt crystals, formed over millions of years as ancient seas evaporated. Locals have used its pure, dry air for healing respiratory issues for generations. Walking inside feels like entering a cathedral made of diamonds. It's one of those places that makes you whisper in awe. Alisator Cave, the sunken wonderland. Row a boat through an underground lake so vast, it feels like another planet. Alisator Cave, in Hamadan Province, is one of the largest water caves on Earth, formed during the Jurassic period, over 130 million years ago. Ancient humans took shelter here 12,000 years ago, leaving behind paintings of hunts and animals. Rediscovered in the 1960s, its crystal-clear waters and towering stalactites create a silent, glowing world that feels straight out of a fantasy novel. Dasht-e Kavir, Great Salt Desert, the White Ocean, a vast sea of shimmering white salt that cracks under the sun like a giant mirror. Dasht-e Kavir, Iran's other great desert, stretches endlessly with salt flats so bright they reflect the sky. For centuries, caravans crossed these harsh plains using ancient qanats, underground water channels that still bring life to the edges. At sunrise, it looks like you're walking on clouds, harsh, beautiful, and utterly unforgettable. Lake Urmia, the changing jewel. Once the largest lake in the Middle East, its waters shift from emerald to blood red, depending on the season. Lake Urmia has witnessed empires rise and fall for thousands of years. Though it has faced challenges, its salt shores and islands remain a vital stop for migratory birds. Standing on its banks at sunset, with pink flamingos against the water, you understand why locals have always called it a living miracle. Hormuz Island, Iran's Rainbow Island. Walk across soil so colorful, it looks like an artist spilled every paint on Earth. Hormuz Island in the Persian Gulf is famous for its 72 shades of mineral-rich earth, reds, yellows, purples, and greens, formed by ancient volcanic and sedimentary layers. For centuries, its red ochre was traded across the world. Today, artists come here to create directly on the land. It's nature's greatest color palette. Keshm Island Geopark, Canyon Kingdom. A UNESCO Global Geopark where wind and water sculpted a labyrinth of canyons, star-shaped valleys, and mangrove forests. Keshm's Chaku Canyon and Valley of Stars look like they were carved by giants. Locals say shooting stars created the pillars. With the world's longest salt cave and ancient mangrove forests, Hara, this dolphin-shaped island is a geological wonderland that's been evolving for millions of years. 5. Badabi Surt, nature's grand staircase. Golden, orange, and red terraces cascade down a mountainside like a frozen waterfall of stone. Badabi Surt in Mazandaran was formed over thousands of years by two mineral hot springs during the Pleistocene and Pliocene epochs. The iron-rich water created these vivid travertine steps, Iran's own version of Pamukkale, but with fiery sunset colors. It's one of the rarest geological sites on the planet. 4. Caspian Hyrcanian forests, living dinosaurs of the plant world. A lush green belt along the Caspian Sea that has survived for over 50 million years. Some trees are older than the dinosaurs. These UNESCO-listed forests once covered much of the northern hemisphere. Today, they shelter rare leopards, bears, and birds. Walking through the moss-covered trees and waterfalls feels like stepping back in time. Iran's green treasure. Three. Mount Damavand, the roof of the Middle East. A snow-capped volcano that towers 5,610 meters above Tehran. The highest peak in the Middle East and a national symbol woven into Persian mythology. In the ancient Shahnameh epic, heroes battled demons on its slopes. Dormant for thousands of years, its glaciers and sulfur vents still steam like a sleeping giant. On clear days, you can see it from the capital. A constant reminder that Iran's spirit reaches for the sky. Lut Desert, the hottest place on Earth. Welcome to one of the most extreme environments on our planet. Lut, in southeastern Iran, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, where temperatures have hit a blistering 70.7 degrees Celsius. Massive wind-sculpted yardangs, called kaluts, rise like ancient castles, and star dunes tower over 300 meters. For millennia, this empty desert has fascinated travelers. NASA satellites have studied it from space. At sunset, with traditional nomads walking its ridges against a fiery sky, it feels like another world. And the #1 most incredible natural wonder of Iran is actually all of them together. Because what makes Iran truly magical isn't any single place. It's the jaw-dropping diversity packed into one country. Deserts next to forests, mountains next to rainbow islands, ancient caves next to living staircases. Iran doesn't just have nature, it has every kind of nature, shaped by millions of years, and celebrated by people in colorful traditional clothes who still walk these lands with pride. These wonders tell the story of our planet's power, beauty, and resilience. So which of these 15 blew your mind the most? Would you camp in the Lut Desert, hike Damavand, or boat through Al-Sadr Cave? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one. If you loved this journey through Iran's hidden gems, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next adventure. Iran is waiting, and its natural wonders are calling your name. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.